Okay. Good afternoon once again. Congratulations on making it to the semifinals. So we are starting our debate, and our first speaker, you're going to have 4 minutes, and the rest of the speakers, you're using 3 minutes each. Okay? 4 minutes for the first speakers, and 3 minutes each. And you'll have 2 minutes. No, I didn't inform the other team, so they may not know you need to have reply speech. So we'll skip reply speech. You'll have reply speeches in finals. 4 minutes, first speakers, and 3 minutes for the rest of the speakers. First minute protected, and the last is protected. So this is how the timing will be done. When the first minute is done, we'll bang the table once and show you. For the first speakers, you have 3 minutes left, okay? And then for the rest of the speakers, I'll show you have 2 minutes left. And when you have 1 minute left, I'll bang the table again once to tell you you have 1 minute left, and you should be summarizing your speech. And once your time is up, I'll be able to tell you, I will bang the table 3 times, and so you have 15 seconds to summarize, and then you can go back and take your seat. Okay? All right. So let me have the second affirmative speaker. Please read for me the motion.
This house would increase the drinking age in Uganda.
Okay, thank you. Let me have the third negative speaker read for me the motion.
This house would increase the drinking age in Uganda.
All right, thank you. That confirms we have the same motion, yes? Okay, so we start our debate with the first affirmative speaker. Let's have the first affirmative speaker on stage here.
I begin in 3, 2, and 1. This house would increase the drinking age in Uganda. Judges, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, one thing that we should know is that this motion proposes a change in government policy regarding legal age of alcohol consumption among the youth of Uganda. Now, we see that in Uganda, the legal drinking age is at 18, according to the Iguli Act. But now, at 18 and above, individuals are now illegally allowed to buy alcohol by the Iguli Act, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. But as team government, we propose to increase it from 18 to 21. Why? Because we see that Uganda is facing certain challenges that were also faced sometimes back by Russia, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. And you'll find that Russia was also able to increase the drinking age from 18 to 21, dear ladies and gentlemen. And it was able to solve challenges like crime. It was able to solve challenges like youth health. It was able to solve challenges like improving academic performance, which is also being faced by Uganda currently, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. As team government, what we do, we shall enforce strictly ID checks when purchasing alcohol, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. That means for a citizen of Uganda to purchase alcohol, that citizen's mind must be having ID to show that that citizen is either 21 years and above, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. Now, looking at bars and shops, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen, bars and shops and clubs and can sell alcohol to people age 18 plus, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. But through this, we shall then be able to put in place to cause decline in these bars that will then sell alcohol to those from 19, 20, then 18 below, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as team affirmative, we look at things like crime, the challenges that were faced by Russia that are being faced by Ugandans. That's why we feel through increasing the drinking age from 18 to 21, Russia was able to solve certain challenges like crime, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me elaborate on crime, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. Alcohol consumption among youth is like to lead to violence, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. Secondly, we look at alcohol consumption as something that may lead to drug machine operation. You'll find that people who are age 18 are operating machines like vehicles while drunk, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. Secondly, we look at sexual assault, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. Whereby, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen, let us put this in a layman understanding. In our country, Uganda, some days back, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen, a father drinks alcohol and rapes against the daughter. That is why we are looking at things like sexual assault, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. You'll find that a father, a youth who goes and marry with 18 years, then gives birth to a daughter, coming to rape a girl of 2 years, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. And this is something immoral. That is what we want to fight in our country, Uganda, like Russia was able to fight by increasing from 18 to 21, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. Let us look at things like violence, which is part of crime, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at these children age 18. You'll find that a person who is age 18 can't even quarrel with their parents. And our country, Uganda, is against that, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. You'll find that drug machine operation, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. That means increasing our youth deaths, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. Drunk driving, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. You'll find that a youth who is age 18 right now, because of drunk driving, and because we know they cannot control like those who are age 21 years and above, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. By that you'll find that there will be drunk driving, and this is increasing the rate of death among youth in Uganda, because you'll find that a youth age 18 is then drinking and driving, whereby you'll find that the youth loses balance when controlling machines and thus getting accidents, dear judges, ladies and gentlemen. And then this is reducing the number of youth. Yet we look at youth. I submit.
Thank you very much. The bench appreciates affirmative one for that speech. Let's have the first negative speaker here.
I start my speech in the count of 3, 2, and 1. Good afternoon, dear judges. My name is Agenero Truth. I am the first speaker from the team Negators. Our motion for today's debate states that this house would increase the drinking age in Uganda. Dear panel, the team affirmatives came and told us that they would increase the drinking age in Uganda from 18 years to 21 years. But dear panel, they are telling us that Uganda is facing challenges, but like Russia faced challenges. But dear panel, they didn't come and tell us the challenges that were faced by Russia, dear panel. Dear panel, they came and told us that people who are 21 years old, they can manage to operate vehicles. But dear panel, are they aware that we have people who are 18 years that even if they are drunk, they can drive well better than those who are 21 years, dear panel. Dear panel, they talked of sex harassment, where a farmer would get drunk and come and rape a 2-year-old child. Dear panel, if a farmer would come and rape this 2-year-old child, where would the mother be, dear panel? Dear panel, they came and told us that they're going to increase from 18 to 21 to stop the challenges. But dear panel, are they aware that we have people who are 21 years and they are not serious at all, unlike those ones who are 18 years, dear panel? Dear panel, we as the team negators, we are opposing this motion because increasing the drinking age in Uganda may not work, and education is a better solution to this, dear panel. Dear panel, we as the team negators, we agreed on these points. We are saying that we should not increase the drinking age in Uganda because it is a waste of time, and this may not stop drinking, dear panel. Dear panel, if they also increase the drinking age in Uganda, this will be a waste of time because instead of them increasing, they should educate these children better, dear panel. Dear panel, are you aware that if these people increase the drinking age in Uganda, it will be unfair to other children, dear panel? Dear panel, these people, the team affirmatives may say increasing the drinking age protects health, but with guidance and education, it can protect health without changing the law, dear panel. Dear panel, instead of them increasing the drinking age in Uganda, we should focus on educating young people and guiding them, dear panel. Dear panel, allow me to take you back to our first point. We talked that if these people come and increase the drinking age in Uganda, it may not stop drinking. Where would they consider some people who are drinking secretly? A person might drink at night. Where would they consider such people? Dear panel, are you aware that laws alone cannot control behavior? We have people who will still drink at night even though they enforce strict laws, dear panel. So these people have to just come and tell us that they should not increase the drinking age in Uganda, dear panel. Dear panel, are you aware that instead of them increasing the drinking age in Uganda, they should just educate these children, dear panel. Dear panel, teaching young people about dangers is more effective, dear pano. If they just increase, these people may not know the dangers of this alcohol in the body, dear pano. They should just come and teach these young children who are 18 years of age to come to know the effects of alcohol in the body, dear pano. Dear pano, are you aware that awareness helps them to make good choices? Even if a person is 18 years old, according to Uganda's constitution, a person who is 18 years old has a right to drink. So they are not going with the constitution, dear pano. They should just educate them to create awareness in them and encourage them to make good choices, dear pano. Are you aware that if these people increase the drinking age in Uganda, it may be unfair to other people? Where would they consider those people who are 16 years old and they are earning money, dear pano? It is making it unfair to other people, dear pano. I rest my case.
All right, thank you so much, negative one. The bench appreciates you for that speech. Let's have the second affirmative speaker here.
I begin my speech in a count of 3, 2, and 1. Resolve, this house would increase the drinking age in Uganda. Team Affirmative has failed to understand one thing. We talked about the challenges being faced by Russia, and we said that it is also being faced in Uganda. And we said challenges like crimes and youth health, and I think they were not attentive. We said that this thing is really affecting youth health in Uganda. Right now, like you find like an 18-year-old who is still even at school, now is drinking. Now you find that now they're using roads. You find that they always cause accidents. Let's just take a case study in USA in 1984. You find that when they increased their drinking age, there was reduced level of accidents. And our first speaker came and talked about crime. Alcohol consumption leads to what? Violence, drunk machine operation, and sexual assault. Where he gave an example that a father raped a daughter. And now you find that is because of alcohol. You find that there will be marriage, but a father later on rapes a daughter because of alcohol. And then there's one thing. Team Affirmative said that there will be unfairness to other children. Now, how will increasing drinking age be unfair to other children? And she said that we should not increase the drinking age because the current drinking age is 18. But now we are proposing a change because this is a policy motion. And then she talked of sexual harassment, but we came and talked of sexual assault, not sexual harassment. And on that point, we feel that they lose. Improving academic performance. Alcohol abuse among youth often leads to poor academic performance, school dropouts, and disciplinary issues. You find in schools like some learners may still escape to go and drink alcohol. But you find that this will even not allowed. This will even lead to disciplinary issues. You find that it also affects their performance. So you find that most of these 18s are still in school. Most 17 to 19, they're still in school. So how do you expect that the government should still maintain the drinking age at 18, while most of these children are still at 18 years old? You find that this will then lead to poor performance, and then it will lead to school dropouts, panel, ladies and gentlemen. When a child drops out because of alcohol, you find that this will then become a burden in the child's life. Therefore, restricting alcohol access helps young people to focus on education and development. Youth health. Scientific research shows that brain development continues into early 20s. Early alcohol consumption can cause addiction, mental health problems, cognitive development. Now, I want Team Negative to come and tell us how will they control addiction in this case and mental health problems. Due to time factor, I submit.
Okay, thank you so much, A2. The bench appreciates you for that speech. Let's have the second negative speaker here.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Akam Michelle Vivian, one of the team negators, and we are here to debate on a motion which states that this house would increase the drinking age in Uganda. We disagree with the motion 100%. As the debate was going on, the first speaker from the team Affirmatives came here and said that we should increase the drinking age from 18 to 21. But let me ask you that when you start increasing the drinking age from 18 to 21, what of these people who started drinking early? They are already addicted to alcohol. There's no way you can control them. And even if you say you will introduce stricter laws, there are some people who don't listen. And laws cannot control behavior, dear judge. Allow me continue from where our first speaker stopped. She was talking of education is better. We should just focus on teaching these children the disadvantages of drinking alcohol, and it will be more effective. These children will be more educated about the dangers of drinking alcohol. Instead of increasing it from 18 to 21, we should just educate them about the dangers of drinking alcohol so that they stop drinking. And this alcohol can also lead to some infections. And this increasing the drinking alcohol from 18 to 21 may be unfair to people who use alcohol to do work. Some people use alcohol to do work, like in the village, some people drink alcohol so that they can dig properly. And you get that when they drink alcohol, they get to perform their work very well. And then increasing the drinking age limits the freedom of some people. Some people drink alcohol to think critically. Some people use alcohol for education. Where will you consider those people who use alcohol for education? And some young people are responsible. They know what they're doing. You cannot tell me that they will start drinking just because people drink. Not allowed. So it's better we should just educate these people about the dangers of drinking alcohol. And it may not stop drinking. You cannot tell me that if you're to state a law that we should increase the drinking age from 18 to 21, it will stop everybody from drinking. Not everybody will stop drinking, dear panel. Let me tell you that laws cannot control behavior. You cannot tell me that I am not supposed to eat food and that is a law that I am supposed to follow. Food is life. I cannot stay without food. That is the same thing happening to some people who use alcohol for studies. They need that alcohol to study. They need that alcohol to do other activities. You cannot tell us that these people and the second negator came and told us that. Allow me to rest my case.
All right, thank you so much, negative 2. The bench appreciates you for that speech. Let's have the last speaker from the affirmative side here.
I begin my speech in 3, 2, 1, resolve. This house would increase the drinking age in Uganda. Dear panel, ladies and gentlemen, there is something that Team Negative have completely failed to understand. They came here, they were saying that people who are 18 years old, they drive better than those ones who are 21. But now we are looking at 18 years, they started now drinking in the current situation. But now we are seeing that they are drinking and they are drunk driving, which will instead cause more accidents. So for that matter, we think you deserve a lose in that point. They also came in talk of fairness, whereby they said that what of now the 16 years old who have money to buy alcohol. But now the current law is stating that 18 years old and above are allowed to drink, but we are proposing that we should increase it. So meaning that those ones who are 16, who are drinking alcohol, mean that they are drinking it illegally, of which it is not encouraged by the law. So for that matter, you also deserve a lose also on that point. They also came in and said that a father cannot rape a girl of 2 years. Where can the mother be? But now we are telling you that a person who is completely drunk can even overpower even the wife. So in the case of powering the wife even may run away and instead just rape the girl. So for that matter, we deserve a win on that point. They also came in and said, we agree the fact that not everyone will drink alcohol. But now, not allowed. But now we are seeing that we are going to enforce strict laws on this to go on with this law. So for that matter, we still deserve a win on also that point. Dear panel, ladies and gentlemen, as team affirmative, we come and tell you that do you know what? This motion, it is all about public health and youth protection versus individual freedom. Dear panel, ladies and gentlemen, whereby we see that team negative, they come and talk about education is better. But now we are saying that education has already failed. That is why now we are coming up with this. We are coming out with this law because education has really failed. The other side of the house, they're saying that education, but for us now, we are saying that education has already failed. Uganda has tried to educate these people, but as you educate them, some will also continue opposing and opposing. So it is better we increase the drinking age to stop such kinds of things. They also came in and saying that people use alcohol to think critically. But now we're saying that drinking alcohol in case will again cause mental problems, which instead will not encourage thinking critically. So, for that matter, they deserve a lose on that point. But as team affirmative, we come in point like improving academic performance. Now, we are saying that if we increase the drinking age, 18 years old are still at school, so they will have time to study, and then it will make their performance better. So I think we deserve a win in this debate. I submit.
Okay, thank you so much, the affirmative bench, for that speech. Let's hear the last speaker from the negative bench.
I begin my speech in the count of 3, 2, 1, begin. This house, how much for today's debate says that this house would increase the drinking age in Uganda. Dear Judge, the team government came here and told us that Uganda is facing similar problems as Russia. But dear Judge, Uganda is not Russia. Uganda is another country which is not even near Russia, dear Judge. Dear Judge, the opposition side came here and told us that how can that a father who is drunk can even overpower the mother. But dear Judge, there are some people who are psychologically not normal. They need alcohol in order to smile, to laugh. So, in order for them to smile, laugh, and talk with other people, they need to drink alcohol. So that makes the government point weak. Dear Judge, the opposition side also came here and told us that the reason why they want to increase the drinking age is because education has failed. But dear Judge, education is a better solution because even though if the person who drinks alcohol reaches the age that the team government wants them to increase to, they will still continue drinking alcohol. But if we teach them the dangers of drinking alcohol, they will leave alcohol permanently. Dear Judge, the opposition side came here and told us that. Not allowed. The opposition side came here and told us that people who are drunk might not operate vehicles properly. But dear Judge, do you know that some people are having drivers nowadays? Dear Judge, the opposition side came here and told us that they are speaking about sexual harassment, not sexual assault. But they did not tell us the difference between sexual harassment and sexual insult. Dear Judge, we came here and told you that our arguments are based on 3 facts. Our facts first were that some people may not stop drinking. Some people may still drink secretly. Dear Judge, at night there's nobody to see what a person does in his or her room. Dear Judge, not allowed. I give you time after my speech. We came here and told you that laws cannot control one's behavior. There's no way the proposition side can come here and tell us that a law can control what a person does, whether a person is supposed to bathe or not. Dear Judge, we came here and told you that increasing the drinking age may not be fair. Some young people are responsible. First of all, alcohol is a substance that when taken in excess makes a person drunk. Some people don't even drink that much alcohol. They even just mix it because they need help. There are some people who are not normal, dear Judge. Let's take for instance, they have to carry something. In order to become strong, they need to drink alcohol because alcohol gives people that strong, enables people to become strong. Dear Judge, we thought that increasing the drinking age limits their freedom. It will be like we are controlling the life of these people who drink alcohol, dear Judge. How can we control the life of people? It's like the government is not trying to say that everything they say we as the citizens are supposed to do. Dear Judge, instead of increasing the drinking age, we should focus on educating young people, because when these young people grow, when these young people reach the drinking age, they will stop drinking permanently. But why are the proposition side telling us that they should increase the drinking age? Yeah, that makes team opposition win this debate. Allow me to rest my case.
Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful round of the debate. I must say, it was the semi-finals. Yes, we could see finalists all through, so well done, well done, well done. To the team that is proceeding, more fire in finals, okay? All the best. Cross over and greet each other, and you can retire back. Your results will be announced in a few. The judges will now retire to deliberate, and then we shall come back.